Alright guys, I want to show you how to create glass, okay, because obviously I said you gotta have a window, and I realized I hadn't shown you how to do the glass material, okay, so in this scene here, I have it where I have this piece of glass, so I'm just going to show you in a new document. I'm just going to create new, come on, file, new, yes, okay, alright, so best thing to do is start with a, changing this. We got to change the shape of it. Or well, actually, we could keep it as is. Actually, let's make it start with a glass cube. Okay, so you go up here and you switch to cycle renders. Okay, I'm gonna spread this part out. Okay, with cycle renders you get different options. Okay, so when you go to material, okay, it looks a little different. Okay, um, under your surface, let's see, custom properties, preview. Okay. What's the color of the material? Okay, surface. Use your nodes. Okay, so click on use nodes. Okay, diffuse BSDF. BSDF is bilateral something directional fuse. It really has to deal with how light will hit an object and interact with it. So when you and that will you'll have to research what it actually stands for later on a study guide. But when I click up here, you get other options. So you can pick a glass BSDF. Okay, so once I pick the glass, you're gonna see that it kind of changes. Like if and then if I go over here and I change, like maybe I want to add a hint of blue to my glass. Okay, so it looks like a blue glass. Okay, and then when I go to my object edit mode, I'm gonna assign it. Right. Yep, I assigned it. Okay. All right, now you won't be able to tell because you have to be rendered, right? So I have the cube here. Doesn't look great, but I need to change my lighting, and I'd want to make it thinner too. So now I'm going to go back to solid, and I'm going to edit. So I'm going to hit my A key because now I just want to make it thin like a window pane. So I'm going to select using my faces. Select here. I'm just going to shrink it down to a thin. And then I'm going to swivel around. I like to hit my B for my box select. Okay, now you may have noticed when I turned around, I don't have the back truly selected, so I'm going to hit the A key again. There's an option down here at the bottom. If you select it, and I always get confused like whether it's on or off, but once you hit it once and you hit the B key, it's going to select all sides of it. Okay, if you have it selected off, you're only going to select whatever you see in your viewport. Okay, now I'm going to hit the S for scale. I'm going to bring that up. All right, so that makes my window. And you know what? I'm going to hit Shift A. I'm going to add another cube. Oh, actually, I want to go back to object mode. I'm going to hit A, Shift A, add another cube, bring that up. And now I'm going to add a little bit of a flooring to it. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to go to edit mode. I'm going to hit my A key, hit my face, shrink it down. Okay, and then I'm going to hit my A key. Mode. Okay, now I'm going to hit my scale. Make this thing gigantic. Okay, now I'm going to bring it up. Move it over. Now I'm going to hit my A key. Shift, let's see, B for bounding box. I'm going to select everything, and I'm just going to move it up because I want it to be on the grid, above the grid. Okay, all right, so now I have that. I want to change my lighting. I'm going to hit my A key, right click on my lighting. I think we're going to do sun, and let's go back to blend render. Sun, and let me go back to my rendered. Right. Go back to solid. Okay, cycle render. it should have that material on it. Okay. Now I'll go back to rendered. And now I have my glass window. Check to be certain though, because I had to change, because like sometimes you'll get like, now you can see through it like it's a window pane, but sometimes depending on your rendered preview, sometimes it will change. It'll be like a big circle in there. It's weird. I'm trying to remember if it was default. Okay, if that happens, you get like this big round circle in the center of it. It's like, it looks like there's a sphere stuck in the center of it. Go up here, pick normal. I believe it was normal. Yeah, it was normal. Let me just double check. Hit that. Normal. Yeah, it was normal. Let's go back. Normal. Yeah, it was normal. Just switch it to normal, and you'll get your glass pane. Oh, normal map. I'm sorry, normal map is the one. If you do normal map, then it'll look truly like your glass pane. And then if I go back, was it under render? Yeah, you're only going to see it in the cycle render. So if I got to go back to cycle render, in the rendered mode, you see that you have your glass pane. It looks pretty cool. Like, you can stick stuff on the other side. Like if I go on this side, let me see, and Shift A, let's add a cylinder. And I want to move my, let me go back to solid, move my cylinder up, drag it over, move it closer to that. Okay, now if I go back to rendered, and then I go to, yeah, it's cycle render, and you can see right through it, which is kind of cool. So then you could make another scene, or, something on the other side of the window. So to, but we're not going to do that. You don't have to do that. That's just, I'd like you to try to add a window pane to that. And that's how you do that.